Who wants to take us through this one? Lambert?
Okay, so we can have the Bahr, which I figured after doing all the reading, but probably then.
Okay, yeah.
When I first tried this without looking up anything,
Yep.
I vaguely remembered Wegon being weak, a weak masculine noun, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the on the end of the shoulder, so I
Good.
figured it was like should or shall, there's an obligation.
Good, good, exactly. So sheldon is the past, right, of the past tense of the preterite-present verb shulon, which is on your list of preterite-present verbs that you need to know. Remember this all-important list on page 81? So kunon, magon, muton, shulon, and weton, plus don and gon. So yeah, so very good. So you see the plural ending of on, and then that that plural ending helps you disambiguate this often ambiguous an ending. Very good. Keep going.
And then I saw gone, which I figured might be the verb in that section because of the totham eldra. So
Okay.
I figured that was like one thing on its own.
Okay. Yep.
And then on him hira helmas yavan. So the him I assumed was eldra because the hira was, I think it was genitive plural.
Good.
So hira helmas, so I figured that was like helmets.
Mm-hmm.
So that hira probably went on wegon because that's the only other plural thing in there.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. Because this is singular. This is ambiguous, but if it refers back to aldra, then it is also singular. Right, so whose helmets? Well, in all likelihood, I mean, it's kind of got to be the Wegons. Yeah, good.
And then Yevon, so like, I guess onto him their helmets gave.
Yeah, so this is a, so what's happening with the verbs in this sentence? Because we have actually 3 verbs in the sentence. Like what is governing what? What verbs are governing what? And how do they all piece together? Yeah, Joshua.
Shieldon is the conjugated one, and the other 2 are infinitives.
Exactly. Both of which are governed by the conjugated form of the verb. Exactly. So either then or the. It's technically ambiguous, but I intended it to be the. So the warriors had to, because it's the past tense, so had to go to the Lord and give him their helmets. All right? And this is very typical, this construction, whereby a single conjugated verb can govern multiple infinitives, just like in modern English, where we could say something very comparable to that and have it be basically idiomatic. Yeah?
I guess meaning-wise, is that something that usually happens? Like after a battle, you just return?
After what, sorry?
When I was reading the sentence, I was just thinking in my mind, is that something common that warriors did? They just returned everything they brought into battle to the Lord, or is that just what the sentence was?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that is actually, honestly, really, it would be much more likely to be the other way around, that the Lord would give rings to the warriors rather than the warriors giving rings to the Lord, because a ring giver is in fact a very typical kenning, helmet. Distributor of treasure is a common kenning for a lord. Yeah, Alyssa?
Is there any possibility to read this with the more metaphorical meaning, like sense of the warriors had to go to the Lord and give them their protection, as in like their fealty? And
Oh. Yeah.
So they're giving like a symbolic. They're giving him their protection. I know is the other reading of Helma.
Yes, the other reading of
They're
Helm.
like pledging that they will protect the Lord, which seemed like a reasonable reading of.
I would totally accept that. I think in the plural, it as a kind of
Gotcha.
I'm not sure how idiomatic that would be as a sort of plural kind of presentation, but it's totally grammatically possible, and I would accept that and give full points on the exam. Good question. And I love, by the way, that you all are reading actively for like the sense of the sentences and also for metaphorical possibilities, because this will all serve you in very good stead when we get to the poetry.